Good morning, Enid. It's good to see you again. It is Thursday, June 1st. Wow, June is here. Under mostly clear skies, 65 degrees. It is going to be a warm day today, high around 86. We have donuts in the house. This young lady next to us, Rylan. Rylan, good morning. Thank you.
Good morning.
100 years of celebrating the Salvation Army's role with donuts, providing soldiers, if you will, during World War I and also during the Depression days. They were called Donut Lassies. I always thought Lassie was a pretty collie dog.
She's much prettier than
much
a collie
prettier
dog.
than that. But we appreciate Rylan being here today, and we have representatives from the Salvation Army. So join us for a very quick 30 minutes of news, weather, and sports and everything.
And I'm Jennifer Kissling. We're coming to you live in over 14,000 homes across Enid and worldwide via the internet. This is Good Morning Enid.
It's time to rise and shine. Out on the farm, it's wide open space, it's clear, you can see all the bright.
Oklahoma receives a real ID extension through June 2017.
You're in your 30s or your 40s, for example. You'll just want to show up at 4:30, but we do encourage you to purchase a ticket.
A ton of stuff going on here at the Central National Bank Center. Come on down.
Just send us an email and we'll be happy to share.
Hello.
Hey, Derek. Morning.
Yes, sir.
It's Thursday again. You know what that means?
Yes, sir.
It's time to rise and shine.
I'm on my way.
Morning, Jamara.
Good morning. I'm on my way.
Morning, Brooke.
Good morning. I'm on my way.
Thank you for joining us on this Thursday. It's 7:32, and again, high today is going to be 86, so the summertime temperatures are going to arrive, or return, I should say. Speaking of returning, Jennifer Kissling returns to the round table.
Yeah.
Jennifer, welcome back.
Thank you
Miss
so
Loaves
much.
and Fishes, or you're part of the Loaves and Fishes team.
I am.
I know Carrie, what's Carrie's last name?
Carrie Sanders.
Yeah, Carrie Sanders. I know you have the board and everything, so how's Loaves and Fishes? And
Going great, fantastic. We have an excellent group of volunteers that help us each and every day. The pantry's open. We're hitting our really busy time. Summer's crazy busy because kids are out of school and they don't have those free and reduced lunches and breakfasts, and so it's a strain on some families. So we see a lot more people in the months of July and August.
And as you have shared with us when you've been on the show in the past, the desire for a meal is every day.
Absolutely.
It's not a Thanksgiving deal, is it?
It's not.
I mean, it's
not.
12 months out of the year, so it's great that Loaves and Fishes and other great organizations in Enid help in that need. Well, Jennifer, thanks for joining us today.
Thanks for asking.
It's holding steady at 65 degrees. There's some clouds off to the east on a beautiful sunrise this morning. Let's take a moment to look at the statewide temps if you're planning to go across the state today. All the way down to Bennington, you can see right now it's at 66. Most of the temperatures are in the mid-60s. Talala at 62 in the northeastern part of the state. So that's what it looks like right now. Pretty much going to be in the upper 80s and near 90s across the state today. So what are the plans for you and your family for the weekend?
Well, actually, I am going tomorrow to OSU, my 25th year, I know I don't look that old, my 25th year reunion of my pledge class. So I'm headed over to Stillwater to hang out with sorority sisters.
Well, you just said you celebrated off camera your 25th birthday yesterday.
I know, it's hard that
So 25 years old on your birthday, 25 years from OSU.
And I have a 19-year-old son, so I don't know how that works.
Yeah, I wasn't a math major either, so, okay. Well, the 3-day forecast looks like what?
It's going to be beautiful. Of course, it's that time of year, so storms are coming in, but 84s today and tomorrow are highs, and then Sunday, just the sun's coming out.
Yeah.
It'll be 89 and beautiful.
Yeah, we've really been fortunate and blessed with some rains from time to time, but we kind of need the wheat to dry out. Boy, it's turning
It's looking
brown.
close.
The last week or so, I noticed that real shift to some really golden brown
My brother-in-law
stuff.
says June 8th. We'll see.
Okay, June 8th. Okay, very good. Well, again, thank you for joining us for our quick 30 minutes of just really local news, if you will. It's at 7:34, and speaking of news, it's time for the bow tie guy, and the one and only Derek Silas is here with the Oklahoma Minute.
Oklahoma receives a real ID extension through June 2017. And. 10 Oklahoma natives and country music stars. 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 10
Tuesday, the Pentagon successfully shot down an intercontinental ballistic missile using its own upgraded long-range interceptor missile. Some experts caution that the defense system still has a long way to go before it can be considered fully developed. And Turkey has reportedly issued a warrant for the arrest of Oklahoma City Thunder center Enes Kanter. The warrant is due to Kanter's previous support on social media for Fethullah Gulen, which is alleged to have staged a failed coup against the Turkish president. Enid has been hosting the 2017 NJCAA Division II Baseball World Series. Yesterday was the first round of the semifinals. The second round will be today at 3:30 p.m. and 7:30 p.m., with the finals tomorrow. And here's your weekly Did You Know fun fact in Oklahoma. The state capitol building is the only capitol with an oil well directly underneath it. And on this day in history, in 1980, the cable news network known as CNN launches, which would become the world's first 24-hour television news network. And that's the Oklahoma Minute. Back to you, Steve and Jennifer.
Thanks, Derek. We just need to remind you all to send in your pictures to gme@enid.org, whatever it is. If we're celebrating a birthday, if we've got graduation.
25th birthday, like Jennifer.
Or barn cats. If you have a posse of barn cats living in your house, please send those in. That is a lot of cats.
Do you have any cats at your homestead?
My daughter has cats, yes.
You're not a cat person?
No, we're not cat people, but my daughter is, yeah. Well. We have sheep, chickens, dogs, and cats.
I'm a cat person. I'm a dog person. I've always been kind of both, but I'm a proud owner of cats now. So,
wow.
Anyway, that's a great picture. I think that was from AJ's Ponderosa Ranch there that he had the cats. Thank you, Jennifer. GME@enid.org is a good place to send that. So.
And now we're going to go to our Enid Entertainment Minute with Brooke Brody.
You'll just want to show up at 4:30, but we do encourage you to purchase a ticket because there won't be that many contestants.
Good morning, Enid. Glad to be back with you this morning. Tomorrow we'll have the second First Friday Plaza Party, and that's going to be right here on our plaza. Starting at 6 o'clock, we'll have yoga with Channing and Jennifer, and then at 7 o'clock, Chloe Beth will be playing live music. We'll have a bar out here and some food, and it'll be a great time. So if you're out for First Friday, come on by and stop by for either some yoga and or some live music. Then looking into July, we will have Dancing with the Stars live. Now that's going to be on July 20th, starting at 7 p.m. We do have tickets available, so be sure to come on by and get your tickets for that. Then on August 4th, we'll have the Oak Ridge Boys with their celebration tour at 7:30 p.m. Looking into the fall, well, Christmas time and the holidays, Mannheim Steamroller Christmas by Chip Davis. This is going to be coming back here for the second time. It was almost sold out last time. It was such a great show. We'll have group discounts available for groups of 10 or more, and we'll have a dinner before the show as well. So you don't want to miss that event either. That'll be right here at the CMB Center on December 7th at 7 p.m. For tickets, stop on by over here at our box office or visit our website at cmbcenter.com. Thank you, and back to you in the studio.
Very good. Thank you, Brooke. Appreciate that. That's a wealth of information. And every time that Kevin and Brooke do that segment, it's just event after event after event.
So much going on in Enid.
And that's exciting. It's 7:38. Thank you for joining us this morning. June 1. So you had a birthday on the 31st of May.
I did. Wow, squeezed it in.
Yeah. How about that? I just can't believe it's June because it was just Valentine's Day, wasn't it? A couple weeks ago. I really believe this calendar. It used to be 12 months, Jennifer. Now it's closer to 9 to 10 months for the year.
They say it speeds up the older you get, Steve, so I don't know what that's saying.
Is that what it is?
I don't know.
Thank you for reminding me of that. Well, enough of that. Well, I'm always looking for my next meal, and donuts is not necessarily part of my my training regimen, if you will, but we have a very special thing that we're celebrating today, 100 years of donuts, Salvation Army, their contribution, and we have a little promo we want to show you about the history of donuts in the Salvation Army.
Did you know that World War I and World War II soldiers have fond memories of the Salvation Army offering them complimentary donuts and coffee during wartime? In fact, in his book, Donuts, An American Passion, food historian John T. Edge credits the Salvation Army with introducing the donut to American taste buds during World War I. The donut traces its roots to Europe, but gained a foothold here when soldiers returned home, longing for the treat they were served by Salvation Army donut girls, a symbol of motherhood and home.
Thank you, Penn, for providing that little history bit for us. Doughboys, donuts. It's really interesting, and of course, the important role the Salvation Army has always played in the community. We want to welcome back to the roundtable, also to Good Morning Enid, Demetrius Office. Demetrius, good to see you again, young man.
Good to see you,
Thank you for your involvement in the
Good
community, and welcome back to the studio, and welcome to the roundtable.
Thanks for having me, Steve.
You bet.
What brought you to Enid, Demetrius? What's your background?
Well, the United States Air Force brought me to Enid in 2008, December 2008. I arrived here in Enid, and I was a hospital administrator at Vance Air Force Base, and I served as a wing commander exec at Vance Air Force Base. And so God gave me the calling, and he brought me here, and then now I'm rooted in the community.
Oh, we're excited.
I'm happy to be here.
Well, Demetrius, every time I look up, you're involved in some organization, you're volunteering, but you have a professional life as well, you have a family life as well. Tell us about your current work, because I know you're all about personal development, you're all about personal growth and stuff, so just kind of give us a commercial, if you will, of what you're involved in professionally.
Well, thanks for asking this, Steve. That's a really good question. In 2015, I had separated from active duty in 2014, December 2014, and in 2015, April, actually, I launched a company called Macarius Developments, and we are a consulting firm that focuses on enhancing the cultural aspect of business. So we want to make sure that we build a team-centric organization that can thrive in any kind of conditions, and it's just really bridging that gap between the employer and the employee to make sure we can streamline a lot of our processes. So.
Very good.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I'm sure with your military history, you know, you
Oh,
have all
absolutely.
kinds of leadership building activities.
Absolutely. When on active duty, I was a data quality manager, and I reported all kind of human performance statistics up to headquarters Air Force, and it's just a segue to that.
But now you're with Salvation Army. You're involved. How did you get involved there, and what are you doing?
Oh, that was a wonderful experience. A good buddy of mine, Keegan Toohey, who works at NBC Bank. He invited me to a Beyond the Bell ringing to see exactly what the Salvation Army was all about. And his father, Kevin Toohey, was actually our board president at the time. And I said, he's a good friend of mine. He asked me to go, and I'll go just because he asked me to go. And little did I know they had roped me in there.
It's amazing how that works.
It is.
You thought you had both eyes open when you went in, right?
Absolutely. I seen a lot of the programs that we were involved in, and I just had the notion that we just did the bell ringing at the holiday seasons and the thrift store and some other programs. But little did I know we had a very prominent disaster team that gears up and goes to support any kind of local community efforts. We have different programs to eradicate poverty, and I was just blown away at what the Salvation Army was involved in here in Enid, Oklahoma.
Yeah, now, you serve on the board, correct?
I
Your
do.
role?
I've been on the board for 2 years now, and I joined 2 years ago, and the next thing you know, 2 years later, I was the chairman of the Salvation Army. I said, how did I get here?
Demetrius, this really isn't on our question list, if you will, but my involvement in Salvation Army and other communities was always around the holiday. My wife and I would show up and we'd ring a bell.
Yes.
We did that for a number of years and enjoyed that. And yet, you're right, people are aware of the thrift shop or the store, if you will. But what is one event that takes place in Enid, or what need is met in Enid that people may not know about?
That's a really good question.
I'm sure there's a laundry list, but pick one with the time that we have this morning.
You know, that's very special to me.
Angel Tree, we know. People are familiar with Angel Tree. I'm sorry.
We are actually in the process of rebranding one of our programs, Bridges Out of Poverty, and we're rebranding that to Revision Enid. And I am excited about this program just because we're putting a face and a purpose and a cause to it and a why. And that program is geared to really eradicate poverty and bring some of those other programs together to life and to let the community know exactly how much we have to support them. I don't believe people realize, but 82 cents on a dollar that's donated to our organization actually stays in this community, which is
impressive.
Powerful for me in my decision to give it all I got in this community. So.
And I know in Jennifer K's too at Loaves and Fishes, when people give money, they want to make sure that of that dollar, at least 80–90% goes to why they're giving and not to something else.
Yes.
Well, we started the show this morning with Rylan helping us out with the donuts. And the National Donut Day occurs on the first Friday of June. And bear with me as I read this. This year marks the 100 years since the beginning of the Donut Lassies, if you will. On Friday, June 2nd, shops around the country will participate in the day by giving away free donuts and supporting the Salvation Army. That's all the reason for having Demetrius here today to share really about the Donut Day. So what events will take place on Friday, June 2nd?
On June 2nd, tomorrow, we are firing up our canteen. And anytime we get to fire up our canteen, it's really exciting for me because we get to go on there and just welcome the community in. And anytime people see that shield, it just brings a sense of comfort to them. And so we're going to be on a courthouse lawn tomorrow between the hours of 11 and 1. And anybody that walks, or you might see me, chasing you down just to give you a free donut and coffee, just to say thank you and just to let you know that we're here to support you in every endeavor that we can.
And doing some of the research on Donut Day, I realized back in during World War I that many of the women would go to Europe and provided donuts because it was a sense of home that they were bringing home for these folks, which the guys were called doughboys when they came home, made that connection of donuts. And then, of course, during the Depression, Salvation Army had its role as well, feeding people donuts and all. So
I think it's pretty amazing that as we celebrate this 100-year tradition, we realize that those ladies actually went into battle, into war, and they really was, those guys in the Civil War, they experienced 36 days of rain, depression, all kinds of various conditions, and just the smell of donuts just brought them closer to home.
Well, it works for me. How about you, Jennifer?
Absolutely.
I come to life when I smell donuts.
But you're going into the trenches every day when you're trying to fight poverty. That Ruby Payne Bridges Out of Poverty is an amazing program.
Absolutely.
And so how can people join you, and how can they help with the Salvation Army?
I'm not a hard guy to find. I think I've made that pretty clear, here in Enid. But a great way to find us, we have a fantastic staff, a fantastic team. You can call the number 580. That number will probably be on the screen here pretty soon. But 580-237-1910 is a great way to call and say, how can I get involved into the mission of the Salvation Army? And I can tell you, it changed my life, and they got me for life.
Great.
Now, you had a military escort to the studio this morning. You had the major bring you in. Tell us about the major. I think he's leaving the Enid community.
Don't get me too riled up here. Major Ernie Hole and Debbie Hole have been, so close to me, and they have done so much for this community. They're New Yorkers. You can hear them in their twang and their accent. You hear them coming a mile away. And we spend quite a bit of time on disasters and doing a lot of functions around town. And they're going to be leaving here in a few weeks to take up command in New Orleans. And so they're going to go to a bigger command, a bigger responsibility. Sure. I think it's very fitting for them because of the work that they have accomplished here and how they rebuilt our financial status here in Enid, Oklahoma, and really put us out there. So they will be departing. But I told them to put a cot in the house in New Orleans because I will be coming down there with them.
Get some gumbo while you're there.
Oh, yeah. Mardi Gras, we're going to be dancing and doing a whole lot of things.
Well, towards the end of the show, we'll see if we can get Rylan and the major to come in and join us here on the set as we close out the show.
I think it's very fitting.
See if only if they bring the donuts, right?
Yes.
Well, the clock tells us we got to move on. Demetrius, appreciate what you do in the community.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us, and we just appreciate your involvement. Well, Enid celebrated 123 years for her birthday last year, and we have a little birthday video that we want to show. Good morning, Enid. It's 7:49, holding steady at 65 degrees.
1, 2, 3. Boundless, vibrant, original. 1, 2, 3.
123 years of progress.
123 years of economic development.
123 years of transportation.
123 years of adventure.
123 years of history.
123 years of fun.
Testing 1, 2, 3.
I'll just call that. Reedman Wheat Partner.
That'll be 123, please.
121, 122, 123. Is there anything else? 1, 2, 3.
$123 years of service.
123 years of education.
123 years of many great days in Enid, Oklahoma.
Happy birthday, Enid. 123 years young and still going strong.
Hello, I'm Lieutenant Governor Todd Lamb. Enid, America, born and raised. 123 years. Happy birthday, Enid, and thank you.
Very good. Happy birthday, Enid. 123 plus years, really.
That is a great video.
Yeah,
I love it.
Had a fun, very creative groups put that together. And golly. And then they're telling me that this is our 123rd show.
It all works together.
Well, your first 25 years went quick, right?
I know, right?
So,
absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, now that we've seen a little bit of the 123, what's bringing us here, let's go to Derek and get the Oklahoma Minute, see what's going on today.
Tuesday, the Pentagon successfully shot down an intercontinental ballistic missile using its own upgraded long-range interceptor missile. And Turkey has reportedly issued a warrant for the arrest of Oklahoma City Thunder Center Enes Kanter on accusations of alleged involvement with a terrorist organization. Enid has been hosting the 2017 NJCAA Division II Baseball World Series. The finals will be tomorrow at 7 p.m. And here's your weekly fun fact in Oklahoma. The state capitol is the only capitol with an oil well directly under it. And on this day in history, in 1980, the cable news network known as CNN launches. And that's the Oklahoma Minute. Back to you, Steve and Jennifer.
Very good, Derek. Thank you very much. 7:53. If you're planning today, it's going to feel like summer, even though it's officially June 21. Well, 20 days from today, when summer starts, it's going to feel like summer because high today is going to be around 86 degrees. If you're able to hang around and watch the 8 o'clock hour or the show at the 8 o'clock hour, I had the privilege to sit down with John Groendyke. John was very accommodating. We went to his office and did an interview. We will show that interview this morning at 8 o'clock here on the Enid Television Network, Channel 12, and also in high definition 112.
He has a great story.
So we want to talk about a race coming up this weekend, but let's do the 3-day forecast first. So we want to find out what kind of weather we're going to have for this 5K and 1 mile
Yeah,
run.
absolutely. Steve said it's going to be beautiful, 84 today and tomorrow. So maybe some thunderstorms. We'll have to keep our eyes out. And then beautiful day on Sunday to head to church and spend time with your family. 89 degrees. It's going to be beautiful.
So June is warm. Well, 80 degrees in that vicinity. And that's going to be the temperature for an event coming up, Race for Jace. Have you and your family done the Race for Jace?
Part of my family has done the Race for Jace.
Okay.
I personally have not done
Well,
the
we
Race
know
for
Brent
Jace.
probably does not, right?
No, he does not.
Yeah.
He tells me back in the day he used to run, but something about knees now, I don't know.
Yeah. Well, the 5th annual race for Jace will take place this weekend. You can see right there the start time at 9 o'clock. There's going to be a 5K run, a 1-mile kids fun run, then a 1-mile walk. Some medals will be awarded for the top finishers in the 5K. So again, this annual event gets underway Crossland Park, 9 o'clock this Saturday, June 3rd.
And it's such a precious family, too. That
We've had them on the show before on different settings. And so the 5th annual race for Jace is coming up this weekend. So, okay, in case you missed Brooke earlier talking about Enid Entertainment at 7:55 this morning, let's hear what Brooke has to say about events coming to Enid, Oklahoma.
Tomorrow night, you don't want to miss our first Friday Plaza Party. That's going to be right here starting at 6 o'clock with yoga in the plaza, and then we'll have Chloe Beth singing starting at 7. So come on by if you're going to be down here for First Friday. And then on July 20th, we're going to have Dancing with the Stars Live Hot Summer Nights, and recently announced the special guest star, Rashad Jennings, will be here with the Dancing with the Stars live professional. So that's going to be a great event. You don't want to miss it. We do have tickets available, and that's on July 20th at 7 p.m. Then, looking forward into August, we'll have the Oak Ridge Boys for their celebration tour. And then on December 7th, Mannheim Steamroller Christmas by Chip Davis. For a full list of all of our upcoming events, visit our website at cnbcenter.com. Thanks, and back to you in the studio.
Okay, Brooke, thank you very much. Appreciate that. Loaves and Fishes. We were talking earlier that it's a lot more than just Thanksgiving or Christmas time.
It is. People are hungry just like you every day, right?
Every day.
You want those donuts.
Yeah. So how can people, help you out?
$30 buys a whole grocery cart full of groceries. I can't buy my groceries that cheaply, but somehow down at Loaves and Fishes we make it work. So if you wanted to donate, you would actually be buying the groceries for a family this summer.
Okay.
That'd be fantastic. But you can go to our website at loavesandfishesnwok.org. You can find ways to donate items, money, and just your time. We need volunteers all the time, so we'd love to have you down there.
Okay. I'm not sure if we have time to run our pet promo this morning. Someone tell me if we have. Yes, we can't do that? Okay. 249-4910 is the number to call that you can provide a home for a pet, and we'll find out more about how you can make a difference in an animal's life right after this.
Hi, I'm Charlotte, and this is Russell. Russell's looking for a new home. At Enid Animal Control, we have lots of pets looking for a new home. Come visit us at 1200 South 10th Street.
And in the studio today, we've got Charlotte, and she's got Nadine today, Steve. Isn't she precious? She is a Stafford Terrier mix, brown and white, just as pleasant as can be. Looks like maybe he's had puppies recently, Charlotte? I'm not sure. No. She's pretty. I think she'd make a good pet for somebody. She just needs to find her home.
249-4910 is the number to call. And you said this is Nadine? And I think the Girl Scouts are still making the leashes. Is that correct? Or
We had 100, so we're still giving them.
Okay, we're still giving those away. So 249. So you can tell Nadine wants a big yard, wants to do some running. Probably could help Brent out, get him back to running again, right? But anyway, Nadine's full of energy.
And she's dog friendly, so she can have friends.
Jennifer, thank you for helping us out.
Absolutely.
Our time we're gone. We got to go. We got to say goodbye. Appreciate everyone from Salvation Army. Thank you for helping us out.
Riley.
Appreciate all the work that you do. Thank you for joining us. Make it a great day.